So yeah, it's about 3 a.m. Where I just was, but it's interesting nonetheless. Great to be back. Been keeping track of a bunch of different things going on here, but China was just incredible. It is many things that I saw were just massive in nature. Whether it's the port in Tianjin, whether it's the size of Beijing with 20 million people, an expectation of going to possibly 25 million over the course of the next 5 to 6 years. Actually, population growth is a serious issue in many cities across China. Tianjin, our sister city, is at 13 million people. Is only the fifth largest city in China, but it was, I think, a very productive and engaging trip. The city of Philadelphia was well represented, certainly on the city side, myself and Suzanne B. Miller and Dwayne Baum, and tremendous work by Nancy Gilboy, just wonderful, and a local travel agent, Mandy Hu, Asia Travel. She seems to know everybody, and things went perfectly well. Our other stakeholder partners, Drexel University, Fox Chase Cancer Center, the Philadelphia Orchestra, the China-Philadelphia Partnership, all had great representation, signed new or expanded agreements, saw a lot in a relatively short period of time. It was a very action-oriented trip. I want to thank the mayor of Beijing, the acting mayor, Mayor Wang, and vice mayor of Tianjin, who I met here in Philadelphia last year, Mayor Ren, just a really good friend, and a growing relationship with Mayor Huang, who is the mayor of Tianjin. Both are great leaders in their own right and have apparently great futures in their governmental posts as well as party posts. I met the mayor of Nanjing, which I believe is a city of 8 million, Mayor Ji, and it's a big country, but it all comes down to really cities. They're very, very excited about many things going on in Philadelphia. Sustainability is a big issue in many cities across China, and they actually look to Philadelphia and other cities in America for ideas and technology, strategies, because we're all grappling with the same kinds of issues, and whether it's public safety, whether it's water supply, and making sure that it's clean air, quality of life for citizens, mass transit, which is very important, certainly in many of those cities and across the country. I had the opportunity to, I guess we generally refer to it as the bullet train. I took that from Beijing to Tianjin. It's about the same distance, I believe, as Philly to New York. It took about 30 minutes. Train ride was great, very smooth, and very fast, and then took the same train back. Very well received. The people could not have been kinder, and I think we made some real friends. The meeting with Air China was important. We want direct service from Philadelphia to Asia, and I'm working very, very hard on that. And Mark Gale and his team are to be commended for their work. So, great trip, but quite frankly, great to be back, and looking forward to getting back in the swing of things.
So where are negotiations with regards to nonstop service to China?
As Marcus shared with me, there have been previous discussions, but I think as I read some of his comments in a paper, having the mayor talk with the vice chairman of Air China, it's our understanding is very, very important to them. They are looking to expand service on the East Coast, and we're making a pretty strong pitch that Philadelphia should be that place. They wanted to know more details about Philadelphia, so we gave a full overview. I did my part. Mark and company can talk about it from an airline and airport perspective. We're actually a rather lower cost airport in terms of service. They were talking about landing fees and those kinds of issues, but wanted to know that Philadelphia was a growing city by way of population. Some of the advantages that we have: great airport, great rail transportation network, roads, and an expanding port. Those are all very, very important. It's passenger travel, but it's also freight travel is important to them.
But no firm commitments at this
No,
point?
well, you have to understand that, this is not like a meet and greet. First of all, any airline making a decision about new service is a fairly long and involved process. Now, we've had a couple new services come online just this year, Virgin America rather, and Air Alaska. Those result from numerous conversations and detailed discussions. And so while you might see the kind of the end product from those meetings, they're usually rather extensive. But again, I have to say that the interest was clear, and they were very appreciative that we took the time to come by.
What do you say to what do you say to people who complain about the mayor going abroad when the city is in financial trouble? What did Philadelphia gain from this?
Well, I guess the first part of this is that the city did not pay for this trip. Second, my job is to try to help bring more jobs and economic opportunity to the city of Philadelphia, which clearly with them will have a positive impact on the city's finances. The more people who are working, the more companies that we have here, improves our economic environment. And it is a part of the job of the mayor. Whether I travel to a business location in Philadelphia to help with economic vitality, or I go to another state, somewhere here in the United States of America. But the fact of the matter is that we have a number of international companies, GlaxoSmithKline, the Mark Group, a bunch of others, who are international firms that operate here in Philadelphia that employ Philadelphians, and it's just a part of my job.
Would you consider going to one of the other sister cities?
I've talked about it. I talked about that back in February at the Greater Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce luncheon. I talked about the need to improve improve the awareness and raise awareness of Philadelphia around the world. We are an international city, and we should start acting like it.
Mayor, they picked your brain about sustainability. Anything that you picked their brain about in particular?
We talked about sustainability. We talked about the port and expanded port operations. When you look at the Dujong port in Tianjin, they built a new port, in the ocean. It is massive in scale. It has a full port and freight operations, and actually will have some residential and office, commercial buildings, and then they're going to build a new beach in that particular area, and they're shipping in sand for that. So it's pretty interesting, but it's a huge port operation. But again, investment in infrastructure, the kinds of things that I talk about here at home, infrastructure, research and development, education, and innovation are the same kinds of things going on in China. And I think for us, for me certainly, seeing the kind of investment primarily being made by state-controlled entities or the Chinese national government in infrastructure, putting people to work, improving the economic vitality of so many of the cities is a reminder of what our federal government could and should be doing in many ways to invest in cities. 90% of the gross domestic product of the United States of America is in cities. And so, I think it was a mutual exchange. They're very excited about the Philadelphia Orchestra. Went to the National Center for Performing Arts, and they have a 5-year agreement, residency program, and the orchestra will be back there next year. So, thanks everybody.
Thanks a lot.